one, and it's showtime. All right, hello and welcome to the Marissa Pitts Show, streaming live on Fridays at 11 a.m. on YouTube, Twitter, now known as X, Instagram, and YouTube. So thank you so much for coming in and joining. I have very special guest today. I'm very excited. We had some SCE problems last week, so I was able to bring him back in this week live. Very excited, and it is Andy K. He is the singer of Noise Agents. Oh, that was so weird. All right, where's my stuff back? This is so crazy. I've never had this happen. Hold on, I get my face back on. Wow. All right, try number two. I've never had that happen. That was crazy. My computer just like turned off. It was like, I don't want to talk with you today, Marissa. That's just technology and myself. What can I say? I think I get so excited. All my energy just gets riled up, and there it is. So, welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. So like I said, today we have a wonderful guest on Mouthful. Very excited. We have Andy K. He is the singer of Noise Agents, a street punk rock and roll Californian sounding oi band, which I love, and also he's singer of legendary, groundbreaking English punk rock band Demob. It's Gloucester's first ever punk band from the late 70s. So very excited for this. We have a jam-packed show, and don't forget you can also comment live and join the conversation anytime. So right now, let's go ahead and let's get the party started. Ow. All right, what else? I'm just like rolling. I'm just like recording, rolling.
What a mouthful. 3, 2, 1.
All right. Well, welcome so much to the Mouthful. This is Marissa Pitts with the Marissa Pitts Show. And I am bringing in right now our guest for today, Andy. Hello, hello. Let's switch us over here.
How are
How
you?
you doing? How are you
I'm
doing
good.
today?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
good.
that was
Yeah,
so funny. I'm so sorry. Like last week, I had I had no power, and then this week, my
that's right.
computer was like, "Fuck you, Andy. You're not coming on." But
Good
we
runner.
have you on. I'm so excited. Awesome. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm actually working at the moment. I'm a pet sitter, and
Okay.
I kind of do half an hour's work a day and sit around for the rest of the day talking to people on podcasts.
Okay. I definitely would rather have your jobs than all my jobs.
Seriously,
Pet
it's
sitting,
great.
pet sitting
Love it.
is nice and awesome. Um, what kind of pet are you sitting right now? Cat, dog,
Uh,
snake?
two dogs, an Irish setter and a golden Labrador.
Okay,
And one of my clients is Danny Bonaducci from the Partridge Family.
that's
For them,
awesome.
all those years ago when I was a kid.
I bet you he's a really cool guy. He just seems like somebody I want to party with.
Yeah, he calls me a wanker all the time, but he's fun.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Like I said, it's truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Um, on here, and I just go ahead and jump right into the show. Right. So I have here, so it's gonna take like a little trip back into memory lane. Okay. So you're from Gloucester, England. What was
Yes.
it like what was it like growing up in the 70s? I'm fascinated. What was it like back there?
Seven it's a multicultural society where I come from, city, and went to school. So we went to school in a. I'm just glad I grew up in that environment because with all the race hate and all that nonsense that goes on, and most of my friends, sort of either black or Asian anyway. Um, but it was mixed. I got into punk in '78, and I was three of the worst years of my life, but I wouldn't have changed any of it because it's kind of prepared me, to get me where I am now and to be the person who I am now. So
What was going on in those 3 years?
uh, there was a lot of this race nonsense going on. Then punk came along, and I was doing my army training, and I missed the last 2 months and worked my ticket and got out and joined the punk rock army. And the rest is history, as they say. But yeah, it was a mixed bag of happenings, I would say,
Mhm.
but interesting all the same because my long term memory is brilliant. What happened yesterday? I ain't got a clue what I did 5 minutes ago.
That's
So,
great. Mine is reversed. My long-term memory is like this. I'm like, what did I
oh
do
no,
already? What
yeah,
happened?
I'm good. I'm pretty good with that.
Yeah. So I'm just always really fascinated about, obviously someone that when I first heard punk rock, I was 11. And the first
Wow.
punk I ever heard was Dead Kennedys.
Yeah,
And there was something that ignited inside of me that I was like, it was weird. I was just like, this it called to me, it understood me, and I didn't even know what that meant, because I had so much anger and angst and just like questions and not wanting to fall into these like boxes that society kept trying to put me in even at young age. So what
yeah.
was it like when you came from the time when punk emerged. So what was that like sound like? What when you heard it, like what were you like? Did you guys realize that this was gonna take over for decades and make a scene, or was it just like, oh, this is something new, different?
Yeah, I was convinced there was going to be a sort of longevity to it because when it came along, it was kind of 75. I think was the Pistols' first gig,
Mhm.
but when I got it, I mean, I hated it when it first started. I was doing an apprenticeship, and like I said, I joined the army. Then I just got turned on to it. I think Boomtown Rats was the first album I ever bought, and then I started hanging out with a lot of me sort of punk skinhead mates back home, and it was kind of like, yeah, it's like, where has this been like all these years? And I mean, just before punk, it was known as the pub rock scene, or the bar, we used to call them bars over here. And a lot of those bands, came over to the punk thing, like, and likewise, they just become part of the tapestry, as I call it, of music of the streets. But yeah, it was all the parties was like, just mental. Look for the drugs that were hiding away everywhere and drink. And I spent them first 3 years of my life, hooked on Valium. So I didn't know where I was or what I was doing half of the time. But then I got offered to come into the band, and that got me on a bit of the straight and narrow in a weird way. Um, but we just wanted to get out and play. We just wanted to get on and have a go. Cut all the middlemen out and all that nonsense. Although a lot of them
Mhm.
get a lot of money from punk bands, sadly. But
Yeah.
hopefully not anymore.
Yeah, and I know you said you were brought in because I know that Demob had formed beforehand. They were around for a year and a half before you joined as a singer. 2
No,
years
no, no.
there?
I was there right from the beginning.
From
Yeah,
right
I'm
from
the
the beginning?
original.
Okay, something
Yeah,
okay, because I read an article that they had, like, you were a singer, and then, like, somebody else was too, and then you went,
yeah,
like, to jail for, like, a couple
yeah,
months or something, and they like, what
yeah.
was going on all the going there? So I was like, "Wait, what happened?"
So basically, DMOB said we started in '78, and I was there right at the beginning, first rehearsals, first shows, etc.
Right.
And then I introduced. I was going out with a girl, Debbie Smith, and her brother. She said, "Oh, my brother plays guitar," and I always wanted a second guitar in the band. Although I didn't, I wasn't the, I was the original member, but not original founder member. And then, she introduced me to him. And I said, "Oh, do you fancy playing our band?" He said, "Yep." So I said, "Well, show us what you can do." And it took a minute. I said, "Right, you're in." And what happened was, 1970, 1980, I got done for whacking somebody, beating somebody up, and I came off just as bad, to be honest. And I was no longer in the band. The band went from 6 members to 4, and I wrote the first song, "Anti-Police," which they recorded, and then "No Room for You," which is the band's anthem, which is it's been covered by even a philharmonic orchestra over in Eastern Europe
No
with
way, I didn't know that. That is
yeah.
awesome.
You Google "D-Mob No Room for You," and you spend about half an hour, you'd be amazed people who've covered that song. And I had nothing to do with it originally, but it's a fabulous song, great song.
Yeah, that's so cool. And then now I know that you guys just you continue together, right? Touring the world, making
Yeah,
music. You just released out a new album
we did.
from them last year on
Mm,
there. And what I see a lot happening kind of with older bands, right? Is you guys just tore off of the older albums, but not a lot of new music is made. And
sure.
then when new music is made, it's like a whole different sound, or you're like, "Whoa, what happened? What happened to what I was like loving?" And one thing I love so much about the album you guys did in your album on here, you had you it sounds like you guys, but new. Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't sound like you just re-recorded songs, right?
yeah,
Or had this I mean, like, you still have that, singing the melody and coming in, but it just sounded like a whole like, a fresh vibe. So what were
yeah.
you trying to do, you and your everybody in the band, what were you guys trying to do with this new album?
Uh, and basically, it took 5 years too long to make. Okay, so yeah, the COVID thing happened, but I just said to the guys, "We need to get this done. We can do this in a year." We had all the songs because we were playing half of them anyway, and time just sort of dragged on. And basically, the the songs there are they're typical D-Mob songs, but I think there's one or two that are got a bit of pace to them, barn burners as you call them. But the rest of them, I don't know. It was more still, putting a vital message out there. Um, you know, standing up for justice, like
Mhm.
standing up for the lonely, the loathed, and the lost. And just still being relevant to today, like Um, one particular song, "Shit Happens." It's that song, the last verse sort of came about just by the fact that I knew I was coming to America. And if you listen to the words, it's all about me, leaving there and coming here, But that verse didn't get written till about 2 years later.
Wow,
Uh,
okay. So I know you think we'll just go ahead and start with "Shit Happens" on that because
yeah, yeah, of
since we're already going in this
course.
direction.
Yeah.
And this is from the album "Still No Room." For anybody out there who wants to go ahead and grab it, it is out there. Please definitely get it. So you fell in love and came to SoCal, or like what was reason of coming here to SoCal? What's going on?
I certainly did. I came here 2004, first tour, stood on the beach and thought I could live here. 20 years later, I met my beautiful wife, Ruthie K. Ruthless.
Mhm.
We met at a gig. We were friends online through Facebook, but just chatting, nothing else. But eventually, she decided to come over to England. Well, to Wales actually. We went to a Doctor Who exhibition. The kids went and did their thing. We sat down. Great chat up over tea and scones.
Some of my favorites.
Yeah, yeah, and we just shared our hearts, and we just knew. We got married within the year,
Really?
and
Wow.
they wouldn't let me into the country for 4 years. But so
Oh,
and that was because of that.
even after being married?
Yes, yeah, we had
Yeah,
to put
okay.
a visa waiver in, but it's because I got into a fist fight, and the last administration sat on it. But
Yeah.
we had to sue the government and everything,
Oh,
and
that's crazy.
we got here eventually. So
Yes.
you know, shit happens.
It happens. All right. Well, on that note, because I love it, let's go ahead and play Shit Happens. This is from Demob off their newest album, Still No Room. All right, and that was Shit Happens from Demob's newest album just came out, Still No Room. And we have Andy K, singer of Noise Agents and Demob. Love that song. Seriously, absolutely love it. I just feel like
Yes.
it's like my anthem. It's like my everyday anthem. I'm like, what else
Yeah.
is gonna go wrong today? They're like, sometimes something great happens, and I'm like, whoa,
Ah,
okay.
song for every reason.
It is. What's the biggest cultural like shock that you found living here in the US?
Wow, there's a few actually. You don't realize until you're actually here. And it is one of them is how people, when they're having conversations, there are some who tend to want to cut across each other. And I listen to conversations because I'm a listener. I listen to people sometimes and I think, did you get anything out of that conversation? It happens at other places, but I notice it a lot here. It's kind of like I want to get my say in, like and one of the things I've learned to do is I have to listen to everything. So I'm not going to say anything until you finish because I'm having sort of a few short-term memory problems, which I'm dealt with at the moment. But music helps me to memorize things.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
one. A good, the greatest change for me. It's not a cultural difference. It's just the sunshine. I love it. The weather's great.
Getting some
Uh,
vitamin D, getting some happiness.
oh, I went on for Christmas in December for 3 weeks in the winter. I will never go home to the UK again for 3 weeks in the winter ever.
Yeah,
You
I did.
know,
My ex-husband's English.
right?
So yeah, so I went with Jay. He's a singer of One Way System now. So
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's my ex. So I went to I went to Christmas in England, and I have to say it was miserable. First off, I hadn't realized English people and Americans had so many cultural differences. I thought we were kind of like the same until I married
sure.
one. And then I was like, I went over there, and you guys don't do Christmas like Americans do Christmas.
No,
You you don't like you everything closes,
no.
and I was like, I couldn't even get a damn kebabi. Like everything was closed. I was so hungry.
Yeah,
And then and it was cold. I hadn't been miserably cold and wet because he's
oh,
up from Blackpool, and it was so cold. I was like,
yeah,
don't want that one again.
yeah. I mean, Halloween's massive over here.
Yeah,
You know, absolutely massive. Like, I mean, it's fun. It's great. Like, I'm not sort of anti this or anti that at all. Um, you know, I ain't got time for anti. But yeah, that I mean, but the weather, yeah, no, this conversation thing, like is just bizarre. But and one of the things is that the choice of food you have here
mm.
is staggering. Just the choice of milk you have here is staggering. I mean, it's like 50 yards, like milk, all different, sort of types of milk, plant-based milks and flavored milks and that. Like, we got some, but it's kind of like,
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I could walk around. I am a massive Trader Joe fan. Okay, that is Trader Joe, Stater Brothers, Stater Joe. They're great shops. I love them. I could walk around all day just making notes. But
Yeah.
that's what happened. You get to
Looking
my
at the
age.
different types of cheeses that we have. We have a
Yeah,
lot of different cheeses. It's kind of nice.
you do, but your cheeses, you don't have very good strong cheddars. I mean, I'm
No,
talking like muscle steroid
we
cheddars, like
do not. We do
yeah,
not. We ours are very mellow here. No matter where you go, you're gonna get like mellower cheeses. At
yeah,
least in like the West Coast, SoCal. I know if you go to Vermont, they do a
yeah,
lot more aged cheeses and stuff like
yeah.
that. But no, I agree with you.
At
All
least I can
right,
get double Gloucester here as well, which is nice.
you get what?
You get double Gloucester cheese here, which was
Oh, okay.
amusing.
Yeah, that's for you, right? You're like, ah, home sweet home.
Got to be done. I go to the world markets because they sell stuff from home, but it's 3 times as expensive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that is true. The world markets out here are really expensive. That's why I get the beans for Jay for him. It's little Heinz beans. It's hard
yeah,
to find those out here. But anyway, going back onto our punk rock versus our food
yeah,
differences on here.
sorry.
So there's another song on here that I really loved a lot. Once punk, always punk. Uh,
Wow.
and what does that mean for you? Because I know for me, like what that means to me, but what does that mean to you? Like that saying, once punk, always punk.
Punk rock has been a just been my sort of my destiny, my family, my. It's got me through some real harsh times, like Um, I'm a Christian, and a Bible believing Christian, but I'm not one of those who will smash around the head with it. I I get to know people because I want to get to know people. But the punk thing has been, well, the whole sort of shebang, like, has been there for me, more than some of my Christian friends, even, like, But that's the same on both sides of the coin. But yeah, when it happened, and this time around as well, it got me out of a deep dark hole. When I got into it again in 2002, I went through about 15 years of depression. Not a lot of people knew that. I was on all kinds of medication. You get hooked on them. And but my punk family have always been here for me. And on this side of the pond, I got to say, is that there are been some amazing people, amazing friends that I've made here. The guys from Badass, love them to bits. We kind of adopted them. Um, Larry Hernandez is another great friend of mine. Dave Coop from On the Nod Radio. Many I can name a whole bucket load, like Diana Bird, who's a very good friend. She's going for the wars at the moment. Just lost her mum.
Mhm.
But there's such a whole list. The whole punk family here is just awesome as well.
Yeah.
So, that's what it's been. It's been family, and it's been some punk up in where it is liberty.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, no, I think that you kind of nailed it, like family. That was one of the things that I had always found when I got into the scene was more. You gotta get that. Okay.
Hang on, one sec.
No,
Do
it's
you
fine.
want to? What's the matter? Oh, so good. No, no, no. I don't know. I'll be there at 12 o'clock, but I'll be finishing.
Is it your wife?
Yeah, so I got another job to go to.
Yeah, we'll keep this short and
It's fine.
simple.
Yeah, okay. Don't worry.
I won't keep you forever.
That's
But I
right.
said
That's
about
fine.
what I said, it's about family, that's I think what always, for me, once punk, always punk, didn't matter about what I looked like, what I
Mm.
wore, the flashiness and that. It was about who was my family,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah,
that just, I think I'm closer. I have a really good relationship with my family, but I'm closer to like my punk family that I've
yeah.
had since I was, 12 all
Mm.
the way up, now until, then my brothers. They just don't understand me. There's
Yeah,
something about that, right? I think within our family of punk, we just get each other. Like I just met you in that sense, right? I mean, obviously listen to your music growing up, right? But it's
yeah,
just like me, it's like family. It's like we just have a connection. All punkers are like we just like it's there. This is
yeah.
like a comment from Rebecca Beck's on here. Love your music. Yes, thank you for listening on here. And right on that comment, let's go ahead and we're gonna play "Once Punk, Always Punk." This is from Demob's newest album on here, "Still No Room." All right, and that was Once Punk, Always Punk from Demob's newest album on here. Still No Room. You can pick it up anywhere you get your music. So please go ahead and support. We have Andy K, the singer of Demob, and also we're going to have Noise Agents. So I want to go ahead and switch some gears over here and talk about your newer band on here that you started up in 2008. And what was the reason of starting up this band? Because you could have easily just kept rolling with Demob, doing your shows from there, making the money. So why this band? What was the reason?
Well, I mean, our shows were we reasoned back on the shows, and there was a lot of, sort of in band wrangling going on between myself and the guitarist. We are great friends, but there are things that cause a problem. We kicked him out the band in 2008, and 2009 was going to be the last time that Dean was going to operate. But we came across some other friends. One guy called Liam O'Connell, who used to be in a band in New York called Pros, punk rockers on the Lower East Side. Great guitarist, but had a few sort of issues going on, like drink, drugs, and that. And Baz Clark, who's now with the Screaming Dead, sort of punk death band, like from the UK, great band. And what got chatting with them, particularly Baz, and me and the drummer from Demob, Marcus Elmethod, we got talking, and there was a little bit concerned because they thought, well, Demob, like, you guys have been going forever, and is this going to be like, Demob and all that sort of stuff? Like, they were worried that it would become another Demob thing. And I said, no, I said, this is us. This is going to be us. We became Noise Agents. We got Chris Lloyd came over, who's in the band called On the Hurt, and also I think he's bassist now with Infra Riot. And then we just got it together, when the five of us got together, and then we did our first album. And we just got loads more shows for the Noise Agents, and Demob was kind of like doing the big shows sort of thing. I wanted to do a lot more smaller shows as well. I like the small shows because I like crowd participate. I like being able to taste the crowd, so to speak. But yeah, I mean that was the whole thing for the Noise Agents. Like, and I said the album was pretty good. Three of us actually wrote songs for it, and so it was a good mix of ideas from all of us. And then I think it was 2013. I think we brought the album out. And then it wasn't long after that, we played a show down in Cornwall, and it was, unfortunately, I'm going to mention no names, but it wasn't a good show at all, and I just had enough. Chris had already left to go and join Infra Riot, and that was the end of it, really, until I got here.
Yeah. And then what made you want to bring it back out here?
So I just want to spend the first year of time with my wife. I wasn't interested in doing bands at all, nothing at all, like, So I did a little bit of radio work on the nod and what have you. And then we started going to shows after COVID had finished, and I started getting the itch again. I thought, so talked to some friends. We got it together, four guys before here. That didn't work out, and now I got Larry Hernandez, Brad Jacobson, Manny, and Mike. Oh gosh, Mikey Woodside. Woodside. Memory terrible. Mike, you'll forgive me. It's great lad. Don't beat me. So we're just we're rehearsing at the moment for Crash Fest. That's coming up. That would be
I'm trying to get to that. That'd be a lot of fun.
Sorry, yeah. Go Carol, as you were.
Yeah, and then I know one of the songs on there. So same thing on this album. I mean, like every song is fab. It's a sing song. It's something that catches you, very toony, very oi sounding in that stuff. Where I kind of like, okay, here we are. I like that. One of the songs I love a lot is "Indestructible" on here. And what was going on when you put this song together?
Indestructible. It's basically longevity. Like, this is not the end. It doesn't matter how old you are, like, whether you're young, mid-age, or our age and older, life goes on. I mean, Charlie Harper is just a legend, and Charlie's been a massive inspiration to me and many, many other bands. So, indestructible. We're not going away. And you could carry on from that, and other sort of things that can be linked to that, like throughout the scene, life in general, like and it's all. I mean, I like to write crowd participation songs where everybody feels part of the song. And there's nothing like when your friends. I don't use the word fans. I hate the word myself, but friends, they're all down the front there, like singing along, singing the songs. It's great,
Yeah.
and it also gives you a bit of a break, to get your breath back.
Take a drink. Get back together. All right. Well, this is Indestructible from Noise Agents' self-titled album, Noise Agents. Here right now, you're listening to the Marissa Pitts Show live with Andy Kay, the singer. And here it is. That's my wrong song.
No, that's my fault. Yeah, the song's titled wrong.
No, I hit the wrong one. No, I have it here. Hold on. Where did it go? Hold on there. Damn it. That was one of my favorite songs too. I'll listen to it. Hold on. All right. I have to come back to that one because that was one of my favorite songs. Let me try to see if I can pull it up. Dang it. But anyway, there's another song on here as I try to pull up Indestructible, which is honestly, my favorite songs on here. I do have is you have the very first song up here, which is Together We Stand, right? On this singing. And so I'm gonna go ahead and play Together We Stand, and I'm gonna find Indestructible because it's such a damn good song. So hold on 1 second.
Together we stand. 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 Time is coming, the clock's run down. Time we stood in at our ground. Don't take what they throw at you. Only do what you need to. Let up the promises that they make. It all goes wrong, it's their mistake. But together we'll win the day. Won't back down, doing it our way. And together we'll stand side by side.
right. And that was Together We Stand from Noise Agent song. Yeah, I can't seem to download. I'm trying to like download it right now. I'm just talk folks. I love that song. This one was School Days that we had started to play, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
That was
Okay.
it's one of my it's my equal favorite on the album actually. Chris Lloyd actually wrote it. It's brilliant. It's great. Great live.
Okay, well, since I already have School Days on, all right, let's play School Days again. And then I would definitely have to say, I'm going to add after in post on here, I'm going to add Indestructible at the end because it was, like I said, it was as I'm listening to, I'm like, they're all just great songs. But this is School Days, all right, from Noise Agents Off. So please listen up.
people living lives just like sheep. I can see the light, my future's looking bright. Never about to know and show the way. Throw open the gates, let the kids escape. They can use a stick like they did before. If I can see the light, my future's looking bright. Never bow to no one, show the way. Open the gates, let the kids escape. They can use a stick like they did before. If I can see the light, my future's looking bright. Never bow to no one, show the way. Throw open the gates, let the kids escape. They can use a stick like they did before.
Nice. All right. Well, that was School Days from Noise Agent's self-titled album, Noise Agent. Got the right title with the right song. That's one thing I love so much about live shows. Because like shit happens. You know what I mean? Like stuff
It
happens
does.
and you just got right. And you just got like
Every day.
like, here I am today, and I love it. It keeps me on my toes. That's why I've always been a big like live theater person. and do a lot of acting and stuff. You know, and film is classic, but you can always just like retake. I didn't mess up. That's why I love the live
Keep it
show.
real. Yeah.
Keep it real. Exactly. And that's what it is. And I think we have a great comment in here. Mike Cleary, thank you so much for listening and tuning in. And that was a great track and a real good foodie tune. So thank you so much, Mike Cleary, for coming in.
Cheers, Mike.
Out from the UK. So, hey, do appreciate that. And I know that we have to wrap you up because you got to get out of here. You got 10,000 things to do. But I want to go ahead and just kind of transition to like, what's going on in the future with you, Andy? Like, I know we had spoken and you talked about wanting to write a memoir, a book. I would love that. I would buy that. It would be in my little library. Why write it now?
Yeah, well, it's something I've been wanting to do for a long, long time. I've got OCD since I've got older, and it's just sitting down. I want somebody. I think, you know, my wife Ruthie will help me with it, of course. But I need somebody who'll be very, very patient, because, you know, I'm going to do things in sort of like a date order thing. I've got a few books in me. You know, one I want to do sort of like, you know, sort of life. One I want to do my punk rock thing, and a few other things, like, you know. So it's, yeah. I mean, all the information's there. So much information. It's just cramming it into a book, or even 2 books, you know. Like I say, that's a possibility.
Yeah, I think that's awesome, and you should. And I know you said you have Crash Fest coming up, playing with Noise Agents. That's Noise Agents playing at Crash Fest. Are you guys doing Rebellion with Demob? What are you doing? Anything there? What about Punk Rock Bowling? All the big name gigs?
Yeah, we did Punk Rock Bowling in 2016. That was fabulous. Demob, officially, I played my last show with them last year, just gone, in December. I don't want to carry. The thing is, they can't come over here. All right, I've explained to them that they really need to get on to Homeland Security and get things sorted out. But I don't want to play with the unit as it is. I've always wanted to be a 5-piece band. So next year, I'm sort of thinking about possibilities, but it could cost me a friendship. So, you know, what do I do? You know, the Demob US, watch this space.
Yeah. I don't think it's worth costing a friendship.
No, it's not.
No,
not
it's
at all.
not. I just be honest. It's just not. It's not worth costing a friendship.
Yeah.
If that means that that's the like end of Demob and that's kind of how it is and it lives in the past and you have the music and we have the memories, I think that's more important, you know, the friendship part than it is trying to generate something. And you have Noise Agents. You have something that sounds amazing. Like I said, my wife said like literally every song is a banger. So I wasn't even mad it was a mess up. I was like, wait a minute, it sounds a little different. It's a little different. But I was like, thank you. Thank you for texting me, because it was not the song. But like I said, every song is a brilliant. They're sing-along songs. They're things that like I want to go to. They're relevant. They're fresh. They're here. It's not just, oh, trip down memory lane, because some of the punk bands that we see, you know, all the classics, but they're the classics. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. I saw them. And then you like check out the box. And I'm always interested in like new music. What's coming out? Where are we? Oh, hold on. We have another Mike Cleary is Rebellion Blackpool. Yes.
Yeah.
I know I still haven't done Rebellion, and I'm like, I'm logging on it. I was trying to this year. I know Jay hates me. I'm like, we got to try to do it sometime. Go out there. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, definitely want to. Rebellion's going to be off the rocker. But I think like you need to trust your instinct, which was just focus on Noise Agents and go forward and keep the friendships and, you know, and focus on, you know, new projects. I think that's important on here.
Yeah, there's a lot still left in the tank, so to speak, a lot of unfinished business. I mean, it's literally, I've got songs that I could sing, but no music. I mean, whole songs. So, and we were actually with the Noise Agent, we were in the process of actually doing a new album. So there's 4 songs that are already been laid down back in the UK, but we will be redoing them over here because I want to do them with this new unit. And it's just a case of, like I say, you know, watch this space for that one. But this, you know, we just got Crash Fest. We're having a pool and a jacuzzi put in at the moment. So we're gonna have a pool party, an opening one. So there'll be a couple of bands, live bands.
I expect an invite. I'm going to jump in the car with Badass. They don't know this yet, but now they do.
Get down there, yeah, seriously, we're an open gate, open door. We share everything, like, so that'd be cool.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Andy, for coming on today. I truly appreciate it. With all of everything you bring, just contributing to the scene, being, friends, just a community, all of that. Like, truly, 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 thank you so much. And where can
My pleasure.
listeners find you and follow you and keep tabs on what's going on with Noise Agents?
Yeah, we're on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are not on Twitter at the moment. There's a couple more I'm going to be setting up. TikTok, I'm kind of like, gosh, if I get on TikTok, I'll never get off it.
It might end up leaving anyway, so don't stress.
Yeah. So yeah, those are the two main places. Spotify, our music's on there. Apple. So yeah, and there is another one I can't think off the top of my head.
You just Google it. They can just Google it and find it, right?
Bandsomething or other.com.
Bandcamp or Bandcamp.
That's it, Bandcamp. Yeah, we're on there as well. So
awesome.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Andy. I really, truly appreciate you coming on today. And once again, this is Andy K, singer of Noise Agents and Demob. I truly appreciate you coming on, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day.
Thank you.
All right. Cheers.
Until next time. Bye-bye now.
All right. Bye. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening into the Marissa Pitt Show. If you liked what you're listening to, please love, like, and subscribe right now. And I hope you have an absolutely wonderful weekend. And we will see you next Friday at 11 a.m. All right, y'all. Peace. Like what you heard today, make sure you like, love, and subscribe. We are on all the socials at Marissa Pitt's Show. Till next time.